any day. Let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, 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 yeah. Better nights, better days when you're here with me, babe. 'Cause you're all that.
Okay, so I have a custom order, and I'm about to put the gold flakes in the tray, in here, and in here. This is for a tray, a rolling tray, a grinder, a wheat leaf ashtray, and a jar. So it's going to be these four. So here we go. I have my resin mixed. I have gold in all of them. And this is just how I did it. As you can see. Okay. So hopefully you can see. There's four. My table. I'm gonna use purple mica powder. I'm just gonna pour it in here. Let's see what we come up with. This is a really pretty purple. I'm shooting for a lavender look. And I'm going to mix this all the way through. I think I'm going to put a little bit more in. So this is what the color looks like so far. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. I'm gonna just go ahead and pour. So this is the whole cup that we just used here. It will level out. So I'm going to do it again for this tray. The weed ashtray, the jar, and the grinder. This is the grinder set. And I might hit this with the heat gun. just to get rid of all the bubbles. So I am going to go ahead and hit it with the heat gun. One thing you want to be mindful of is not to do it too tough, because it can stick to your molds. Okay, so we did it all again. This one has a little bit more white in it, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to, I'm gonna go ahead and pour the grinder first. And keep in mind with this grinder, you have to go through each section and press through all the holes. Okay, it looks good. Everything is pretty much poured. I'm gonna go ahead and pour. See a couple gaps here. It should all fill in. You can actually see bubbles coming up, popping. I just realized that this is kind of right in the middle. Okay, that should be better. It was like right in the middle where this line is, so it was kind of pouring over. I'm going to go over this with the heat gun. But real quick, I'm just going to show you with these. You want to go through and really press through all of the holes. And you see the bubbles come up. It's hard because you can't see them, but whichever ones you don't do will not go all the way through. So you can see all the bubbles coming out. Yeah. Just making sure each piece. So I just let all the bubbles come up. You can see a little bit of bubbles on here, a couple here. I'm just gonna hit it with the heat gun. So this is the set, and I think some of it is kind of, the white is kind of getting stuck. So I'm just going to try to make this into a design, so it's not just so noticeable. And honestly, however it sets is how it sets. Like it's resin, so it may not do much more than that. Now what I wanted to show you is this is the one that I normally get. This is the only one that I use. It's not a sponsored video, but if you look at the price from a business standpoint, it's $23. You're gonna get these 2 bottles. I just used these 2 bottles on this entire project. There is probably like this much left. It's not enough to do anything with. So you want to always make sure that you are charging what you feel your time is worth. You know, if you're gonna do that, how much is your time worth? Because these projects, I sell these for $60. It's a 3-day process, but I also try to be reasonable, and it is a 3-day process for this to actually cure and for everything to be completely done. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the blue one that I have, and that one is purple. That's going to be the only difference. I'll definitely show you what it looks like when it's done, but it just has the tray, it has the ashtray, the grinder. This is a mistake, so I just use this as the display. The top, it actually does come off. That's what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what it will turn out to be. And I actually have another holder. This one isn't my favorite, but this is what comes with this set. So let's see what this one it looks like. Okay, so this is what the set looks like. I just pulled it out. This is actually, it's only been a few hours. This is, Kenny, how long do you think it's been?
5 hours.
It's been about 5 hours. This is hard, okay? I think it would take the form of something else if I were to put it on there. So I'm obviously just gonna leave it on something flat, let it dry for 72 hours before I ship it. It came out really pretty. She ordered lavender. As you see, it's super pretty. This is a really pretty set. I can't wait to just add this photo to my website. So usually with the top it may be dry, but it's still bendy, so I don't want to take the top out. The top will go on there. It will fit perfect once it's dry. Just like this. This is what the top will look like. So yeah, it's a really pretty top. This is dry, so this is what it will look like when it's dry. And you can see, but the mica is really pretty on that. The ashtray is super dope. Like the ashtray, the colors in it, I should show you in the sun. However you set it is how it's gonna end up. So like whatever it looks like, it's how it will end up being. It's really pretty. However you set it is how it will be. If you remember, I was saying about the back, how all of the white was like coming together, and I just mixed it and made this really pretty. You know, it dried that way. This is that lavender set. The grinder pieces came out really pretty. The actual grinder. These two pieces will go together. And this piece is still a little sticky and bendy, so I don't want to do anything with that. And it's like when the grinder is done, it will look like this. And everybody says these grinders are really good, so the two pieces will come together. That will be the complete. So I will show you before I ship. What everything looks like and how everything came out. So I just pulled this. Okay, so I just pulled this from this mold, the grinder piece from this mold, and it's ready. It's very beautiful. Fits perfectly. That's what it looks like. That's the grinder. So I am gonna let this sit out and just dry. Even though it's dry to the touch, it's not, you know, completely done. It's 72 hours before the fumes won't affect you and all the other stuff. So yeah, we really just gotta wait on this. And like I said, this is so fragile. I can't risk it not being perfect and fitting and not fitting the top. So I will let this sit for 24 hours if I have to, until I pull it out of this mold, because I'll have to re-pour it if it doesn't fit this exactly how it needs to. This is so dope. This, look at the purple on the inside. Just happened to pour with the lavender. So nice. So okay, I will check back in when this is dry. There's a bunny in my backyard. This is why I love Colorado. You see him? He's so cute. Bunny stink, right? You can't have a dead bunny because he stinks. So okay, this is the next morning. Everything is done. You have the ashtray here. It's beautiful. It's dry completely. This is what it looks like. You have the actual rolling tray. And by the way, if you love my table, I have a video on my channel about it on this channel. This is the holder. So holds all your goods. Then here's the top, and it goes on here. Perfectly. the grinder. That actually grinds. Everybody loves these grinders. So yeah, there's the entire set.